Hello everyone, welcome back to Ways with Words. This is my third video on The Times They Are a-Changin by Bob Dylan. And in this video, we are going to start from the third stanza. In the first stanza, I'm just trying to summarize, in a sentence. In the first stanza, he is addressing all, everyone who are all those people who are not ready for a change. He's addressing all of them and telling them or warning them that a change is on the way and time for you to act. It is time for you to act. Then in the second stanza, he addressed the critiques and the writers and told them that don't speak too soon, don't say nothing too soon, because the change is not yet over, or the wheel is still in spin. Okay, but keep your eyes wide open and see the things that are happening around you. Clear with that? So that was in fact the summary of the first two stanzas. In this stanza, in the third stanza, he is addressing the senators and the congressmen. Senators and congressmen, basically the politicians. Clear with that? One thing that you can keep in your mind is that the politicians are the people who are the last to change. Clear with that? Why? Because any change in the situation will definitely affect their power. Okay, so if the situation remains the same normally, I'm not saying that this it happens all the time, but the situation, it is because of certain situations, so, some status quo, you can say, maybe because of that they remain or they retain their power. Clear with that? So politicians are usually the people who are the last ones, to change. Clear with that? So he is addressing the senators and the congressmen. Okay, basically the context of America. So that is why senators and congressmen, please heed the call. Please give a careful attention to the call. What is the call? Call for change. Clear with that? Do not stand in the doorway. Don't block up the hole. Okay, so that is what he's telling. Do not stand in the doorway. The change is actually on the way to enter into the house. Means the house of, you can say, if it enters into the house of the representatives. Okay, which means the change is in fact it has entered into the nation as a whole. In our case, if there is a change in the change that happens in the parliament, which means that the change happens to the whole of the nation. You're getting it? So likewise, the change is in fact on the way and it is ready to enter into the house of the representatives. So do not stand in the doorway, okay, and block the change. Do not block up the hall. Do not ever try to block the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. Whoever is like a stall, okay, that all those people will definitely get hurt, because change, those people, the change, it will definitely enter into the hall. Okay, so if you try to block the hall, you will definitely get hurt. Okay, so that is what he has the conviction. Okay, so with that conviction he is telling us. Then that there is a battle outside and it is raging means it's very active. Okay, അതിങ്ങനെ പതഞ്ഞു പൊങ്ങുന്നത് പോലെയാണ്. It's almost uncontrollable. Okay, so there is a battle outside and it is uncontrollable already. So if you stand in the doorway or if you block the hall, definitely you will get hurt. Clear with that? Because they will enter into the hall. Okay, the change is, it will happen. It is about to enter into the hall. Clear with that? So change means maybe a group of people. Adava endumavam ee change ennu parayunnathu. Clear with that? So all those people who are against a change. Change is usually, it's like that. So all of them will get hurt. It will soon shake your windows. It's like an imagery. Shake your windows means your peace will be disturbed. And rattle your walls. Rattle means destroy your walls. The walls that you have created to be in your comfort zone. It is definitely get destroyed. Means you will be brought out of your comfort zones. Clear with that? for the times they are changing, because the time, it is like a time for a change. The time is in fact changing. Clear with that? So he is in fact addressing the senators and the congressmen, or you can say those people who are in power, and normally those people who are in power, they resist change. Clear with that? Because any change will definitely affect their power. Okay, so that is why he is addressing them. Now next stanza, come mothers and fathers. So in this stanza, in the fourth stanza, you can see that he is addressing mothers and fathers. Mothers and fathers are a representative of old generation. You're getting it? Maybe mature, not grandparents and grandparents he is addressing. So it's like those people who are in their middle ages, okay, you can say. So these people, they in fact, resist change to their maximum, okay. So there's a kind of a resistance from them. So he is addressing all those elderly population of America who normally resist change. Clear with that? Who are not ready for a change. So come mothers and fathers throughout the land, all over the land, okay. And do not criticize what you can't understand. Do not ever try to criticize those people who are fighting for justice, who are fighting for their own rights. Clear with that? When the blacks were fighting for their own rights, the elderly people, they'll say like, we have lived our life like this, and basically you are born into slavery, or you are a black and you have to live your life like that. The entire life of ours we lived like this. The elderly population, they might ask the younger generation like that. So that is why he is warning them, do not criticize what you cannot understand. You will not understand what exactly we mean by freedom, what exactly we mean by the rights of ours, what exactly we mean by getting proper education, what exactly we mean by getting into premier institutions of the country. Clear with that? നിങ്ങളുടെ പേരൻസിലും നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ടിട്ടുള്ള എന്തായിരിക്കും, ഇതൊക്കെ അങ്ങനെയാണ്, it's not going to change, it is like that, a change is not possible. That is what you might have heard from your parents, okay, or from your time, that is the impression that you might have received. But he is telling them, do not criticize what you cannot understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command, and do not ever try to limit them. Do not ever try to control them. They are beyond your control. They have new convictions. They have new hopes about their own land. They have new ideologies, okay. They have new landmarks to achieve in their life. So they are beyond your control, and do not ever try to control them. So and there's nothing wrong about it, they are beyond the control of their parents, and there's nothing wrong about it. That is what he is telling. Your old road is rapidly aging, okay. Your rod is old, first thing, okay, and it is rapidly aging. Aging means it is getting outdated. This is not for this time. Your ideology, your rationale, it is not going to work for this particular time that we are talking about. Clear with that? So your road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one, and you cannot enter into the new road that we are in which we are in fact traveling, okay. So if you do not understand what exactly we are doing, please get out of our way. If you cannot, if you can't lend your hand, if you can't assist us, if you can't help us, please get out of the new one. Okay, the previous line, please get out of the new one. The times they are changing. You might not be in a position to understand what exactly we are doing. Clear with that? So he is addressing the mothers and fathers, thereby that elderly generation or population of the nation who actually feel that this is like normal, we have lived a life like this, that is what they say. So he's telling them, if you cannot understand what exactly we are doing, then please be out of our way. Please don't try to be a hindrance on our path to justice. Clear with that? So I end my third video here, and I'll continue in the next video. Thank you.